out to Veravitas in that first inning. Slider got him there, swing and a miss. That'll be 0-1. And that was the pitch that struck out Colbreth. That slider is a lot more deadly when you're on the opposite field as the pitcher. And Veravitas kind of does have the advantage here by being a right-handed pitcher. Colbreth gets this one over to center. Hugaz is under it, still going back, and gone! You can kiss that goodbye. The grandest of slams off the bat of Kane Colbreth makes it a 5-1 Tallahassee State lead.
That's exactly.
Fires. Outside, that's ball 2. And Regal basically looked like a bit of a waste pitch there, trying to get him to go up and away there, but that was too far up and away. Regal, 2-2. Outside, that makes it full. Oh boy, you do not want to walk Christopher Wall at this point in time. You get the force out at second, but I'd like to deal with this right here and right now. You have the last strike here. You gotta be able to strike him out. The payoff pitch. He struck him out! And Tallahassee State wins it. 8-7. Jacob Regal able to get the final punch out. And Tallahassee State comes from behind to win this game in 9 innings. And that's over to right field. That's got a chance, and it's gone. You can kiss it goodbye. Tallahassee ties it with a Colbreth long shot all the way into the right field. Right now, if he's able to get a charge in this one, Tallahassee State could be leading here. That's going to be hit to center field. That might be another one. That one, it's going to go! His second home run of the day! And Tallahassee State is leading 8-6. You can kiss another one goodbye.
Dead center.
Wow! Colbreth with the charge on that one. And Tallahassee State gets the lead. And Colbreth celebrated with his squad. That was a huge at-bat. Off the pitch from Duque.
The 2-2. Downstairs. That make it 3-2. And the pitch. Hit off the bat. And that's ranging back to center field's McIntyre. McIntyre will look back and it's gone. A homer off the bat of Wombles makes it 3-9. Gulf Coast State is knocking on the door now. And Wombles will round the bases. He hit a huge solo shot to center. And Tallahassee would looking to widen this lead. Coming up is Hunter Rebin. He had a double, and that's hit to left field. That is deep. Back goes Longholtz. That one is gone. You can kiss that ball goodbye. Hunter Rebin hits a solo shot and makes it 5-1. Tallahassee, your Eagles are soaring right now. In this inning, bottom of the 6th. That gets by, and that will score a run. Regal gets in very easily, and that will make it 4-6. Tallahassee. 2 outs. She's probably looking to go into the outfield here. That's going to be over to Reifenberg. That gets past Reifenberg, base hit. Reifenberg got a bad beat on it. The throw home from Falk will not be in time. Getting through Jarman's pitch count here. It's huge. That's tipped and fouled. That's going to get in for a base. And Falk will get on safely. On a ball that hit only a few feet away from home plate, Falk gets on through a hit. As a 296 on-base percentage, 6 walks, so not down and out. Yeah, that's a base hit. That gets past third, and that will be another run for Tallahassee State. And that's 4 straight singles for your Eagles. LaBelle gets on with a base hit.
And Joey Falk.
WFS Tallahassee. Tyrone, man, you've had a great couple days here at the Senior Bowl. How important is it for you to stack up these great days here before the draft?
Very important, you know, had some weaknesses that I wanted to come out here and show that I've been attacking throughout this process of coming to the Senior Bowl. Felt like I attacked those this week to show scouts what I can do.
Absolutely. And you've had some experience inside and on the edge. Which one would you say you'd prefer?
I prefer the edge, but I feel like I can play wherever. You know, wherever I can be at to help the team, wherever I can be at to help make plays for the defense, that's where I'm going to play at.
Gotcha. And how has working with NFL coaches been able to help you with your game set?
It's been very different, you know, getting used to their techniques, you know, it's a bit different from the college level. You know, it's been great, though, adding some things to my game, seeing what they like, seeing what they want to do, how they coach me.
Absolutely. And is there an NFL player that you're looking to model your game after in the NFL?
Definitely like a Cam Jordan type of player, you know, combo guy. You know, play inside, outside, every gap on the D-line from a 0 to a 3, from a 5 to a 9. So definitely Cam Jordan in New Orleans.
Absolutely. And I have a question for Georgia. What was your favorite tradition as a Georgia Bulldog?
My favorite tradition had to be dog walk. You know, seeing all the fans before the game. Yeah, it's lit. It's different. You know, in our suits. You know, we looking sharp. Yeah, definitely dog walk before every game, spring game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. I went to the Georgia Tech game early on in the year.
This year?
Yes.
OT?
Yes.
Okay, so you was at Thriller, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was definitely a good game to go to.
Well, thank you for the interview, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. How has working with NFL coaches been able to help your technique as a corner?
It's been going good, man. Every meeting I got, they just give me little pointers on what I need to improve on or what I need to go back to, and so I feel like today I put it all together.
Absolutely. And how is stacking these good days at? Because you've had some great reps so far in these past couple days, and how would you say stacking up these great reps been able to help improve?
With each and every rep, I just try to gain confidence, whether I lose or whether I win. I try to just learn from it, and I feel like if you lose, it stays a loss if you don't learn from it, but it could be a lesson if you do, and so I did just that, and like I said, I put it all together today.
Absolutely. Is there an NFL player that you're looking to model your game afterward?
Patrick Surtain, he's a technician. He's a bigger, longer corner, but he can guard from 5'8" to 6'5", and so that's something that I strive to be.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you for the interview.
Driving into the paint.
3 players with at least 2 steals just in the first quarter. You know, that's why Tallahassee State is up. You know, they haven't really been shooting the ball super efficiently, but, you know, they're getting a lot of, they're keeping, foul, timeout.
Fun fact about Tallahassee, they're actually 3 for 18 from the field, but they're 9 for 12 from the free throw line, which has been the deciding factor.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, we need 9 free points. That's all it takes. That's a lead. But yeah, not super efficient from the field, but they're keeping the ball. They're keeping Pensacola State's shot attempts to a minimum.
And it looks like there'll be another foul to play.
And a team who scores as much as Pensacola State, they've shown their ability to score, especially inside. Really limiting those opportunities, making sure the ball doesn't even get inside is really big. Keeping the ball out of number 11 McDonald's hands. So
yeah.
Just these early steals, these transition steals, they've helped out Tallahassee State quite a bit. So.
Yeah, Benson's really been the only person that's been active on the Pensacola State offense. They need to rely more on other people too. I mean, obviously McDonald has been shut down, but
yeah.
What about Brian? What about Kemp? Excuse me, it's the former Georgia governor. Yeah, Kemp has 1 assist so far, but no points in the ledger, and it looks like there's a bit of a scoreboard issue.
This is the score bug, yeah. Kemp is their main facilitator, not really who they look for when they need a bucket, but who they look to find a bucket, leading the team in assists. She's also not stealing the ball a ton. I think she's 2-3 steals a game. She doesn't have any so far. So it's a huge chunk that the Tallahassee State's been able to neutralize. Is number 3.
Katya Casey.
Kataya Casey, yeah.
Kataya Casey, yeah. Kataya Casey shooting about 31% from the field goal line, but she gets about 10.6 points per game thanks to the amount of free throws she gets, about 2.2 per game, and that's where you choose to get her bread and butter. Also, she's really good from 3. 2.4 out of 7.5 three-point attempts. That's a good for 32.6%. But so far, she's been just a blank screen today. 0 for 2 from 3, 0 for 2 from the field goal line. She kind of is, I was going to say she's a player to look out for because she really spaces the floor for this Pensacola State college team that isn't as great from three-point land as you'd like to expect 24.8%, but I just think that they need to rely on somebody else outside of just Benson, you know?
That's ideal. You want multiple scorers on the team. It's just up to the guys to step up at this point. I think we're getting back into some action here. Figured out our little issue.
Indeed. Welcome back to Tallahassee State. So, we'll get out Gulf Coast State's defense over here. At first is Jacob Payne. At second base, you got Carrington Aaron, who had the strikeout against Abreu as the leadoff. Third is going to be Drew Prosek. At shortstop is going to be Alex McCraney. At the catcher spot's going to be Colin Lindsay. In left field is going to be Brody Longlots. At center field will be Andrew Johnson, not President Andrew Johnson. Gulf Coast State Andrew Johnson. And at right will be Colton Wombles. On the mound today is Kaolu Holt. Holt is a transfer from San Jacinto Community College, and he has been well worth the pursuit for Gulf Coast State. He is ranked 18th in ERA with 3.42. Through 26.1 innings played, he's had 31 strikeouts and 7 walks. That 10.59 strikeouts per 9 ranks him 7th in the league in terms of qualified starters. But he has allowed 27 hits and 10 earned runs. In his last game, he let up 6. 6 of those runs came in that last game, where through 4.1 innings played, he let up 8 hits. Holt won a Player of the Week on February 11th, so Gulf Coast State had 2 consecutive times where a player won Player of the Week in Region 8. But overall, Holt's a very quality pitcher for this squad. And up next will be Andrew Duncan. The Florida State commit will come up to bat now. He was drafted by the Houston Astros in the 19th round. But for Tallahassee State, he has really come on. He's been 10 for 12. He was 10 for 12 coming into the Chipola series. He had a couple base hits along with that. That's grounded to short. On it, to throw to first is in time. McCraney able to get the bag. And that'll be a first out for Tallahassee. Very quick out, I might add. But up next will be Boone Hosey. Usually you'd see him as the catcher for this spot. He was the catcher last season, but an injury has forced him to be DH for the squad. And he's still been a very quality hitter. 300 average, 435 on base percentage, and 580 slugging. He was the 2023 TCC Athletics Male Athlete of the Year and second team All-Panhandle Conference. But as he rehabs some injury, he's going to be at the DH now. He has 15 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs. And it looks like Duncan's getting checked out there. Duncan looks like he's still around first. He was called. Looks like he was called safe on the play. That's on me. He was called safe on that play from McCraney to Payne there. Maybe Duncan's looking for. That looks to be something in his hamstring, but he's running. Looks like he's running fine, so. In the meantime, we'll be right back. Looks like Duncan will be taken out here for a pinch runner. Coming in now for Tallahassee State, that is Evan McIntyre. McIntyre, overall, is just 1 stolen base, but he will be the pinch runner for this squad. It remains to be seen if he'll be the leadoff hitter for Tallahassee moving forward. But Duncan will go back on the bench. Potentially rehab hamstring. But Boone Hosey will come up now. The pitch. And check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. So that'll be ball 1. Hosey so far through 50 at-bats. He's driven in 10 runs. So, you could be looking for him to do that. That's going to be a strike on the call. And 9 RBIs in the day. That'll be outside. Slider from Holt did not cross the plate, so that'll be ball 2. And let's throw that to first. That will not go. So McIntyre, the pinch runner, will still be safe at first. But man, I love the way this lineup is stacked here. That's outside, but they'll be in there for a strike, so they'll be 2-2. You got Rebin, the all-reliable Rebin. Cade Colbreth has been really turning it on with the bat as of late. Reed Harvey has been pretty solid after a pretty nondescript February. He's been really turning on in March. And then Will McDonald, too. Will McDonald's been very good at the plate for them. He'll be safe at the first base side as Holt tries to test him again. So 2 pickoffs now for McIntyre. Let's see if McIntyre decides to steal. Big lead, but big pop-up. That's going to be past me and past the fans here, and that'll be a foul on the play. So Hosey will continue the 2-2 again. That does not get the zone. That'll make it 3-2. Another slider on the outside. Tried to tempt Hosey there, but Hosey isn't biting. I think he is sitting on fastball here. Another pickoff and another retreat back to first. So McIntyre has had to go back there 3 times in this at-bat. Let's see if they try it a 4th time, or if he looks a little too late to steal here. And he will anyway, but that's hit to right field. But that is past his head. Wombles will get into the warning track. That's a base hit from Arby. And a double there. Hosey's gonna get a 2-bagger. And Tallahassee has 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. That's some healthy contact off the bat of Boone Hosey there. Very impressed that he got that to the right side. That looked like it was going to catch over to Wombles, but the wind might have had something to do with the ball carrying past his head. But up next will be Hunter Rebin. Rebin is hitting 328 as an average. That's scolded to short. That's going to be a good play by McIntyre. First is going to be in time, but they do score a run. McCraney with the diving stop. And let's see, they might have called him safe here. And yes, they did. So looks like Rebin beat the tag, and there will still be no outs. Duncan will slide home for the first run of the game, make it 1-0 Tallahassee. Holt still has yet to get an out against this squad. But it's now Hosey and Rebin as your 2 runners. Rebin's on first, Hosey's on third, and up next is Cade Colbreth. That's tipped, and that doesn't rule fair, so that will still be strike 1. Colbreth hit a solo home run versus Chipola College. The last time Tallahassee State had a home game, that was last week. But unfortunately, the lead was short-lived. He gave Tallahassee State a lead, but it was short-lived as he gave up 7 runs in the next inning. Slider gets right in there for strike 2. We've seen an early charge on Holt. Looks like these batters are not really messing around. We've seen it a couple times. They're really aggressive in the first 3 innings. To get a little more passive, that's hit past first. And that falls through for another hit and another run. So that's off the glove of Payne, and Hosey will score. They might be talking about it as an error, but great contact there. Scolding contact from Colbreth again. And it's a run. Run scores in. And that makes it 2-0 Tallahassee State. We're in the bottom of the first inning. So Rebin and Colbreth on first and second. They're really attacking this pitcher already. And it looks like the Chipola manager is talking to the ump here. They're looking to see if he was ruled out there. That play looked close there from McCraney to Payne. Or excuse me, at Payne. But it doesn't seem like... it doesn't seem like they're going to overturn it here. So Hosey will score his 11th run of the day. Chipola manager Tyler Younger is still out there with the umpire. Maybe saying that there wasn't a tag in the play. And Younger will get back to the dugout now. But up to the plate is Reed Harvey. A third baseman. He's hitting 246 as an average, but 594 is slugging. He has a lot of power on his bat, which was shown when he hit a solo home run versus Chipola College in the first. But he's been very hot and cold. In February, he had a pretty rough stretch. But in March, he's really been good. That's a pop-up to left. Looks like it's not going to be long enough. McCraney will doggone it. McCraney loses it. And that's going to be another base hit for Tallahassee. Oh, it looks like they're going to call him out here. They're going to call Harvey out here. Unless he must have ran. Yeah, it looks like he ran out of the base paths. And Harvey will be called out. So up next will be Will McDonald. McDonald, his brother Brad, he played baseball at Florida State. He's on a 7-game hitting streak currently. He's had 10 hits in his past 7 games. And he'll look at that through the plate. That'll be strike 1. So Harvey does get out there, but that does advance both Rebin and Colbreth. And still with 1 out, there's plenty of chances to score here. That's going to be another strike. That'll make it 0-2 on McDonald. Still not being afraid to challenge these batters at the strike zone. That's off the end of the bat and foul behind the stadium. And it looks like he tried to jam him there. Holt McDonald, 0-2. So he almost swung there, but that's a fastball down. That'll make it 1-2. Holt kicks and deals. Slider almost got in there, but that's way too far inside. That'll make it 2-2. Holt, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Yeah, he struck him out, so that'll be the first strikeout for Holt's day. And after allowing 2 runs, Holt has had 2 consecutive outs, and he'll be going up next to Gabe Delfoco. He hasn't played in a little while, but when he did play, he was really solid. 367 average and a 467 slugging. Those are really good numbers for Harvey. That's scolded past McCraney, and that's going to get a run home. Coming out is Colbreth, and Colbreth's going to score 2. So that's a 2-run single off the bat of Delfoco, and that gives Tallahassee a 4-0 lead. And McCraney's been tested early at short. He's had a lot of hard contact to him. He's fielded a couple plays, but the first base defense from Payne has been lackluster so far. 2 runners on. Up next will be Jacob Regal. Regal's looking to break out. Hasn't been the boon that Tallahassee's been looking for, but the returning starter, as that's 1-0, by the way. Returning starter has a 408 on base percentage, so he's really solid at being able to choose his pitch. That's jammed to right, but that'll be foul over the screen. So 1-1 now to Regal. So Foco on first now. And that's upstairs. That'll make it 2-1. And yeah, you'll see the shade come on the baseball field. It's intermittent. Ooh, that almost got somebody in the stands, but it got off the overhang. And that'll be another foul ball. Make it 2-2. Regal looked to continue this rally. And he got him. So strikeout looking. And that ends the inning for Holt. But a very busy inning for Tallahassee State. As they played in 4 runs, McIntyre, Hosey, Rebin, and Colbreth all score thanks to 6 base hits from this Tallahassee State squad. Abreu will be looking to carry that momentum with a solid pitching performance against the likes of this Gulf Coast State lineup. McKenzie, Longlotz, and Prosek will be your next 3 batters coming up. But I'm Owen Hillman. You're watching TSC Baseball. We'll be right back.